Hello, this is Jürgen with ACT Computers and Tech Talk. Today, again, we are at the great studio here in Stuart with My Living Media magazine in the awesome studio here. And today we have an amazing guest here, Anna with White Glove Moving.
Hi
Hi,
there.
thank you for
Yes.
coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome. I know it's a bit of a trip from Vero.
I spend a lot of time in Martin County. Happy to fit this into the schedule today pre-Halloween.
Yes, and you're all dressed. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lots of Halloween stuff going on.
If there's a theme out there in the world, Jurgen, I'm going to take that theme and I'm going to run with it for the day.
That's good. I know you do a lot of advertising, so that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Mhm.
So, in our show, we always talk about technology, and today I chose to have Anna on the store on the show here about talking about technology in the moving industry
Yes.
and analytics and such things.
Yeah.
So, anyway, tell me a little bit about White Glove Moving.
Well, thank you again for the opportunity. And White Glove is proudly celebrating 22 years, headquartered right here in the Treasure Coast. We are consistently having our 16 trucks of assorted sizes rolling up and down the streets, taking us throughout Indian River, St. Lucie, Martin counties. It's sort of our sweet spot,
Hmm.
though we are an interstate mover, an agent with Beacons Van Lines, which allows us to bring people both into Florida and out of Florida, in addition to all the local stuff that we do.
Wow, so you must
Mhm.
get quite busy during snowbird season, correct?
We sure do. Yeah, our schedule, our peak moving here in South Florida is far different than the rest of the nation. Whereas the Northeast or the Midwest, they tend to have their peak moving season during the summer months
Hmm.
when kids are out of school and the weather is better. We tend to be the busiest December, January, February, March, that kind of time frame.
Wow, super.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
Hmm.
So you said you have 16 trucks driving around?
16 trucks in our fleet and 52 full-time employees. So
Wow.
it's my job as the vice president of marketing and advertising to ensure that we're busy, that the opportunities are coming in and that everyone is staying gainfully employed, doing all the right things. And subsequently, we're able to help provide for all of those families that ultimately put money right back in to the Treasure Coast.
Right, yeah, we all support
Mhm.
each other, just like my business. We
Exactly.
all support each other here in Vero Beach and beyond.
And beyond.
Very
Hmm.
important. So yeah, so 16 trucks, quite a bit of technology going on there.
Yes.
Do you use GPS to track those trucks?
We sure do, Jurgen, because it's important for clients to get updates. We do the standard protocol of ensuring that the leads for the moving crew call when they're roughly 30 minutes out from the job arrival. And of course, confirmation calls leading up to the move ensure that the customers know that window that our team will be there. Yet, for safety reasons and a number of other facets, you want to be able to know where your trucks are at any given time. So each of them are in fact equipped with that GPS tracking, and it allows us to know where they are in real time.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So just to explain a little bit in layman's terms, the GPSs, I think everybody knows nowadays, but to explain again, it's just being able to track on a map on a world scale where things are in this world. So that's done by
Right.
satellites.
Yep.
So if you have a cell phone, obviously you have GPS. If you
Yes.
have a car, most cars have GPS. But they're using that just like FedEx, just like Amazon delivery trucks, they can tell exactly where your items are. So you're not
Right.
nervous where they are. And then also convenience because, like I said, you can call the customer before you show up, reminding them, hey, we're on our way.
This is yeah,
It's
correct.
time to move, right?
Yes, yes, yes. And not to mention the GPS on the other way, just as you described, we are oftentimes for our crews, it's going to be their first time arriving at this home
Hmm.
origin location to take the customer ultimately to destination, whether destination be at our warehouse for some storage or someplace throughout the state of Florida or elsewhere, we're going to use the GPS for those directions too. What's the best route? And the GPS nowadays is so handy because they might put forth three routes, yet you can see if one route has accidents or some sort of traffic issue. So then we know that we're going to reroute and go a different way.
Right. So you
Yeah,
can, and obviously you can optimize the routes to, and then different sections,
precisely for
exactly.
different factors.
Yeah, to make it better for the customer and also better for you, so you're not wasting gas and keeping the cost down, right?
You're gonna make it big in the moving business, Jurgen.
Yeah, really. Maybe I should move. I don't know. always opportunities somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then also for internally, right? You're using technology to obviously track your customers for advertising needs and internally, right?
Oh, yeah. In fact, the owner and president of White Glove Moving and Storage, Caleb Clements, recently just helped to create a new software that we're using internally called Chariot
Hmm.
that allows some of the more tech savvy customers to help input a lot of the data as far as what they plan to move, as well as the addresses and timeframes, even upload pictures directly to it, which thereby gives our office the chance to look that over and get them some accurate pricing. Whereas it also, of course, allows for folks just to simply leave their name, number, an ideal move date, and then arrange for a call back. So we try and give our customers, whether they are a prospective customer or someone that is in fact looking to make a move soon, the chance to do as much or as little as they want from a technology standpoint, utilizing that new software, which is found right at the homepage of our website, whitegloveusa.com.
Wow. So you can get to it from anywhere, from your phone, from your computer,
Exactly.
convenience from home, type it in.
And some people love that.
Yeah.
And other people say, I don't want to have to upload that. I would
Right.
rather somebody come out and give me the details. So we provide both options.
Right. It's just a matter of convenience, and it's also the the age of the customer, their demographic. So
Exactly.
the older the customer, the less they use the technology. But it's getting more and more and
And the
more
more
nowadays.
apt they are to hire a mover.
Exactly. 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 So that's amazing. So that's the software that you guys designed, or
Yeah, yeah, he
wow.
had a big hand in that,
Hmm.
and we're excited to be implementing it. And same case in point, we're utilizing that software in the home. So we are uh, really thrilled with the quality of our relocation specialists. We have three very experienced, full time relocation experts that come into the home, address any questions that the customers might have, and then are able to get all the details to that to then input into that software
Hmm.
and produce a very accurate price to the customer, allowing them to know what it is they're in store for from a time perspective as well as from a rate. And more importantly, they're taking note of other factors that we might not think of. For example, when they come on site to do an in person estimate,
Hmm.
we can account for the types of trees that there are. Are there low hanging trees that would prevent a large truck from being able to come in and properly execute the move?
Right.
Or do they have elaborate pavers in the driveway, which means that the truck couldn't park in the driveway? We'd have to arrange for street use. Um, Elevators, just a lot of the logistics
Hmm.
that are very important for the move day crew to know can all be taken note and uploaded into that software that we have and give our customers a really accurate perspective of what they're in store for come move day.
Right. So they actually, I don't think anybody really realizes how much is going on behind the scenes,
Yeah,
right? To
for
make all that
sure.
happen, right?
Mhm. There's a lot
So,
of details
right, and that what
and different tools based on those details.
right, and that
Mhm.
what differentiates you from the smaller, inexperienced moving companies that don't have this technology or the manpower to do these kind of jobs, right?
I would agree with that
Right,
statement.
right.
Yeah.
Because how it was like, I don't know, maybe 40, 50 years ago when people picked up your stuff and then you were kind of hoping it would show up sometime,
Right?
right?
Like, did they properly package it and wrap it?
Where did it go?
Yeah, and you know what's interesting to comment on that 50 years ago, we are an interstate agent with Beacons Van Lines, and they are celebrating more than 130 years in business.
Wow.
And to think when they first came on the scene, it was a brother duo. It was all horse-drawn
Yeah,
carriages at that time.
yeah, yeah.
So even then, people didn't wanna necessarily move their own stuff if they could get the help for it. So, speaking to that history and how far they've come, and now, they have more than 200 plus agents in the Beacon umbrella, and, uh, that many, if not more, in the way of drivers and crews. And again, they, within the Beacon's van lines, have a whole different software system
Hmm.
and technology to ensure that we know where every truck, these giant tractor trailers and so forth are throughout the nation. I mean, it's really incredible what technology can afford companies to do and thereby give this peace of mind to the consumer.
Right.
Yeah.
As you know, was you heard in the news, everybody heard about it, is AI,
No.
artificial intelligence.
Yes.
So you're probably going to see that too. Probably already have coming into industry, correct?
Some of it, and I certainly see it in a lot of the communications that go out.
Hmm.
I find that there is still a real need for the human touch
Of course, yeah,
and the ability to put a different person to person spin on some of those communications. Yet I do see it happening.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. I completely agree with that.
yeah,
AI is artificial intelligence, and it's been around for a long time, but lately it's been very prevalent,
yes,
and it's going into everybody's industry, and you have to use it as a tool.
yeah,
You have to adopt it, and if you don't, then you can be left behind. But it's coming more and more. But I completely agree with you. Just like with my company, we're very in person. We like to show up and talk about things. If you do everything by email or communication, then you're losing that human touch.
yes.
They want to see you.
And things can get lost in translation too.
Oh
What
yeah, yeah,
what is perceived as a negative or a misunderstanding, you don't have the instant gratification
right,
of asking the question and getting the answer. It's a delayed
right.
when you have that email or something. I can honestly say, having been in your store and been able to purchase equipment from your team, I love that interaction to be able to showcase the
Thank
different
you.
models of the different laptops and so forth, and to say, here's what this one does versus this one.
Right.
And as a consumer, if you have questions, you like the opportunity to get an immediate answer. So I think y'all do a great job at that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. Yeah, yeah. Like exactly what you said too. When you send out emails nowadays, it's very important to be interact with the customer and show up
Mhm.
and be there because sometimes emails can be misconstrued,
Yes.
get the wrong idea just because somebody didn't write thank you on there or sincerely,
Exactly.
or they
Where is the emoji? The
somebody writes something in caps, which
Yep.
means shouting,
Are
but
you shouting at
some
me?
people don't know that.
Mhm.
So it's very important to do that. So thank you so much, and also for your advertising. Obviously, you're the one mostly in charge for the advertising
I
for the
do. I have
company.
the privilege of handling the entire public relations forefront, marketing and advertising on behalf of White Glove and the entire team. Mhm.
And how much do you think of that is digital now?
There is a bulk of what we do that relies on digital components through social media,
Hmm.
through our website platform, where we have an up to date blog, where we do email campaigns and email marketing,
Right.
which is not just that one sided email and waiting for a response. It's more, it's full of imagery and facts and links. That comes out as a newsletter format for our customers. There is a lot of the digital component, yet a real big portion of the way we spend our marketing dollars is that community outreach aspect,
Hmm.
helping to sponsor big events, whether it's through the chambers of commerce
Right.
or through realtor associations. Like this evening will be a Halloween inspired trivia night. And so being able to be with the movers and shakers in the same space with them and engaging with them is one of the ways that we love to spend our dollars. But even those things are marketed digitally prior to the actual
Right. So you,
event itself.
so you can keep track, like with Eventbrite and other
You
mediums,
betcha.
with Facebook to make appointments, plan events, and that's
Yep.
that's really powerful to remind people that hey, something's coming up tonight. You wanna come?
Yep. Reminder, ding, ding, ding. One more time.
Right, and you
Hmm.
also have you do a video, right? Also.
Yeah. So in the peak of the COVID craziness, um, we got to try and think outside the box. What would be something fun,
Hmm.
light, short, joyful? And we commenced with a weekly Wednesday White Glove Chuckle.
Hmm.
And this week, since as a matter of fact, was like a pre-Halloween hoot. And it was something like, where do ghosts drop their kids off at school? And it's at the day scare program. And
Well, it worked. It was
and it
chuckling right
worked,
there.
right? It's chuckled.
Yeah.
And then, so we put something out light and fun in the universe and then tie it into how it plays with White Glove. And essentially, A lot of our dollars also goes towards supporting our employees and their kids, whether it's through school contests or sports teams, what have you. Making sure that our team knows that we support and appreciate them is how we can ensure that they're delivering A plus quality moves out in the marketplace.
Exactly. Oh, that's
Mhm.
absolutely right. Your employees are the lifeblood of the company, and you have to keep them happy because they represent you.
Yes.
So very important.
Mhm.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're getting close to the end of the show. Thank you very much for attending.
Thank you for having me and
You're
thank you for the
welcome.
good work that you do. I mean, if I were down without my laptop, without my computer functionality, I would be running around like my hair is on fire. So, the expertise that you and your entire team at ACT brings to the table and the community at large is very important.
Thank you very much.
Hmm.
So, White Glove Moving, where can people get a hold of you? What's your website address and phone number?
Yes, whitegloveusa.com,
Hmm.
866 Glove 10 772 778 4750. And anyone on my team is eager to be able to assist and answer any questions you have, set up for that free estimate, and just ensure that all the details are accurate so you know what's in store for your upcoming move.
Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you. What a pleasure.
Thank you.